The following is a short preview on how to utilize digital resources for implementing Common Core state standards.
Librarians, if we have librarians, a big shout out here for librarians. They are very important. And some of those national librarian organizations are putting together resources for you right now. So if you are looking for those, that is a great place to start looking. So using evidence from the text, though, too. And hopefully you're going to see some great resources that support that as we move forward in both literary and informational text. There are going to be new strategies. And as we're using those new strategies, particularly with digital text, there are different approaches that need to be taken. There's different strategies, and I'm going to talk a little bit about some of that research that's been done. You know, we do know about the closed reading approach, which is coming at us, but you also need to think about using digital resources and how that complicates things. And your complexity of text. Students are being required to read and think more critically at an earlier age. Well, you know, that complexity of text, are there some things that can help us, you know, determine that level? Yes, there are, and we've got resources for you. As well as then, obviously, you're going to want to be looking at, you know, that academic language, which goes right along with it. So let's talk about and I want to mention just, I didn't put it in there, but don't forget about the writing piece of things. You're going to be writing to sources, using evidence from text, analyzing things, defending claims. Great resources for you there. How do you provide clear information and cultivate that writing? Okay, let's look at math for just a brief second to give us the underpinnings as we move forward with the math as well. And you find that there's more of a definite focus at each grade level where they are looking at very strong foundations and conceptual understanding. How do you apply the math? How do you know how to solve problems? Are you thinking across grades? Are you building new understandings on foundations that are already there? Each standard is not a new event, but an extension of something that's already there, you know, some previous learning that's taken place. And how do we link to those major topics? Right? And rigor. Rigor has been increased significantly. You've got conceptual understanding of key concepts. They need to be able to access concepts from a number of different perspectives, and thinking and problem solving are at the center of this. So what resources do we have for you? Well, we're going to look at them in a minute. Don't forget procedural skill and fluency is also still there, but students have to be able to access more complex concepts and procedures. They need to be able to apply the math flexibly and ensure that students are really using math to make meaning and to access content. Real-world experiences are definitely a part of this. So you got focus, you got coherence, you got rigor. Okay, so where do we start? Well, I know a lot of you probably are far down that path, so I'm just going to throw a few resources that are digital resources out there for you, so that way it's free. We're all worried about our finances right now, and what do we have that's out there? These are a few that can get you going as you're looking at your, you know, where do we start? What is our vision? What kind of things do we need to do? And don't forget to embed all of these digital resources, the webinars, the planning tools that are online. And Michael Fullen recently, he just put out a book called Stratosphere, and he said there is a significant change in education which may be realized through the convergence of change strategies, which I know many of you are familiar with, you know, whether you're talking about collaboration, whether you're talking about focus, whether you're talking about assessment, pedagogy, and the third one is technology. It's not a driver, but it is a part of it. So let's take a look at a few of these resources.